at my dad's chair and wheeled it over here.
You should have.
It's not too late. Go get it.
Welcome to the General Tire Jim Beaver Show.
What?
With Brittney Cardone. What?
What?
Hold on.
Hold on.
Oh,
What?
we'll restart this in a second. Here.
Hold on.
Hey.
You can hear that over here loud.
He goes, Hoa.
And
What?
welcome.
And what? All right. I'm good with background music.
Yeah.
Just not a blizzard.
Yeah. Oh, we're here at Forest.
Welcome to the General Tire Jim Beaver Show with Brittney Cardone. We're sitting here with Keegan Kincaid and Tito. And I guess, I don't know, you guys were going to get into this history here, but I'm looking like, I feel like Keegan's under the bus because Tito's not even a Keegan Kincaid shirt.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's a long story.
I'm just like, dude, like, Keegan, are you just out to pasture? Tito just sold you out or what?
We have time.
So I have other like T-shirts and stuff from like the other guys that were filming, and
That's actually good.
And Jarrett's like, hey man, how come you haven't been like rocking my shirt all year? I was like, well, first of all, I don't have one. Second of all, I will at Crandon, and I was like, okay, when's the best time? I had to like plan out my T-shirts on what to wear, so otherwise I catch hell for it. So I got Jarrett today. I figured it's the least important day. Tomorrow, Friday.
Jarrett, bus. Keegan's like, good answer, buddy. Good answer.
Friday is going to be Doug Matag. Saturday, I have a Kyle Greaves and Corey Winter shirt because they used
Old
to be
school.
like teammates, and I'll do that because they're both in the points championship. And then on Sunday is the day that I'm wearing Keegan's shirt because that's the most important day. He can win a Pro 2 World Championship and the World Cup. And, yeah, that's why I'd rock the Keegan shirt then.
Good excuse.
Plus, he only gave me one shirt, so.
So I heard a rumor your budget's cut for Vision next year. We're giving
Yeah.
Tito money
Yeah.
to wear Vision products all weekend long.
Yeah, here you go.
Keegan, sorry.
shirts.
It's going to be a big middle finger, too.
And that we're just going to pay you just to wear a shirt.
Yeah, I'm big enough for a billboard, so
Yeah.
I think I'll be fine. I did actually wear a visual shirt
That's
here.
called an influencer contract.
Yeah. Traveling billboard.
Exactly. I did. I flew here, and one of the guys for Ricky G, his name's Ralph. He was like, "Hey man," he's like, "Is Jenny coming this weekend?" And I was like, "Who's Jenny?" And he goes, "Oh wait, aren't you with Vision Wheel?" I was like, "No, I'm just wearing like a hat, bro." And he's like, "Oh, I thought you were the big guy with Vision Wheel." I'm like, "No, man." I'm like,
You say yes.
So
Yeah.
you,
Oh, I
so you
should've.
thought you were Todd.
"Yeah,
Yo, how many free wheels do you want?
yeah, exactly."
I'm still looking at this going like, I'm pretty tight with Vision Wheel. Who's Jenny?
Yeah.
I think it was
so-
Jenny or something like
Yeah.
that.
Like,
Jen.
It's Jen.
Jen.
Oh,
Jen.
Jen.
Okay.
Jen.
Really?
okay.
Really? You can figure that out from Jenny?
Yeah, how many beers have we had?
Yeah.
Not enough?
Not enough.
Well,
So-
I don't even have nothing to say to your shirt thing.
You
No,
only
that's all right.
only gave me one shirt.
At least you saved me for the best.
First of all, your wife gave me a shirt because it was raining and I was all muddy and dirty. And she goes, "Here, Tito, I got a shirt for you."
I
I'm
gave
like,
you one.
"Thank you."
20
No, you
bucks.
would. Yeah, see, this cheapo over here.
That was like, don't make our stuff dirty. We'll give you a clean shirt.
since
It's rainy.
2012, man, I've been buying a Keegan shirt every year. And then I start filming for Corey Winter and Kyle Greaves and Dave Winter's like, here's 3. And I'm like, dude, awesome, man. Now I got one for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And old boy's like $20.
You know what? Tuesday when we get back, Britt and I are mailing
I
you
was just about to say.
4 JB15 shirts.
Dude, say less. I'll wear them. They're like, Jim Beaver's here? I'm like, no, man, he's just hooking me up.
As you can see, he's tight. Only wears free stuff.
Yeah.
I had to switch my shirt out because I worked for Red Bull about an hour ago. So
Being from Mo Lake, we gotta,
Yeah.
get what we can get.
Well, I mean, on the group text, I mean, we had Keegan wanting to marry you not long ago. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I've been carrying him my whole life.
You
so.
stop it, man. He carried me one time, and that was in golf last week. We're at a bachelor party.
He even followed me to racing.
I don't want to. Okay, I was here first.
okay.
I was here first. I was on this planet first before you were.
I was going to say, you're here
Yeah.
first. I'm like, I don't
No,
know.
I
Kincaid's
was on
running
this
pretty
planet
deep here. So.
first. I started coming here at when's your first race?
Okay, so we got to rewind here. Well, first of all, we're all drinking beer at this point. If you're not watching the video, you listen to the podcast. That was part of the rules of this thing. But I want to know the history of you guys because you guys go back to childhood. This is not
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
not something new. I mean, you guys go back way deep. How did
apparently
this whole?
before they're talking like womb talk right
Yeah,
now.
we're talking womb talk. So how deep did this go, and when did you guys meet each other? How did this get lined up? Oh, we got RJ going to come
Yeah.
jump in here. in a minute.
I'll let RJ get on it.
No, we want to hear this
Yeah,
first.
we want to hear this, and we're getting RJ in.
Yeah.
Hey, don't roll it.
We'll wait on you, buddy. Don't worry.
We got plenty of beer, RJ.
Make sure you choke it.
So RJ will be one of our future guests today, but we got Tito right now. And this is going to get interesting. So your guys' history, how's this go? Because I'm sure there's two sides to this.
Yeah, so we met way back then. Elementary school.
Yeah.
Probably grew up playing sports together. He followed me through every sport.
Oh my God.
Women's volleyball.
Married on.
God damn it.
Yeah,
man.
so
God damn it.
yeah, he was.
He was good at one sport, and that was basketball. That was
That's
it.
why my back always hurt.
You carried more than just me. You carried the whole team. No, yeah. So we, I remember. I think our first time that we had something that I remember was significant. I think we were in like 3rd grade or 4th grade or something like that. We did a video project, and it was like me, him, and his cousin, and we went over to his house and we filmed this thing. It was just really goofy and stupid for a project. And the reason why this sticks with me first is because I'm sitting there trying to do this like video thing, and all of a sudden I hear like a, and I feel the sharp pain in my arm.
Sorry.
Yeah, I feel the sharp pain in my
Oh, darn.
arm, and I'm like, what is that? And I look down, and there's a tack in my arm. There's a tack in my arm, and I'm like, oh, and I look over, and I see Keegan poking around the corner, and he's got a big blow dart gun. And he's giggling like a maniac, and I'm like, like there's a tack in my arm. And I was like, well, I don't know if I want to go over there anymore.
Yeah,
So
he did.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, did we just become best friends?
Yeah. So then that was kind of like where at least that trauma set in with being around him. So
Yeah, we played sports
yeah,
all through high school together, and still just stayed close.
yeah. He was prom king, and then I was the runner up because it's only because he was taller. They went by height, and
Yeah.
I was like 4 inches shorter. So, and not only they're like, okay, who do you want like on as your prom king? Like this guy or this guy? So that's why.
I mean, my vote.
Oh, obviously they said you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were like, oh no, we'll be nice.
Yeah,
Here's
yeah,
Keegan.
yeah. I gave him the
He
spot.
got the
I was like,
minority
all right.
vote.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I got runner up. Like we got to put somebody on there. So yeah, no, we like you said, we played football and a little bit of basketball. I mean, I sat the bench, but and then
Okay.
after that, yeah, we just
He thought he was playing football while I was playing basketball.
Yeah.
Snapping the ball.
Dude,
through
you
his
and me.
legs.
That would be a
dude,
fun game.
I played basketball and I was the enforcer. I was Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
Literally, I'd come in. We need a
That was
rebound.
him.
They would put me in for 10 seconds. Literally, I'd go to the free throw line, bring the rebound down. They'd call a timeout, pull me out. Literally, that was me in basketball. I was Dennis Rodman. So if you were that guy, the enforcer, like,
Yeah.
high five, dude.
Yeah, that's what it
They
was.
were like, "Hey, we need a foul. Get in there."
Exactly. I because the coach was like, well, he's got 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, put him out of the game, but don't like maliciously put him out of the game. But we really want that guy out of the game, and you'd come in and just like,
Yeah. So coach would be like, oh, go in there, rough him up, body him up. And he knows. So the way like I would play defense is I had really good basketball defense. But like whenever someone tried to like back it in, I would fucking
Front it in.
flipping. I'd give
it's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can bleep this stuff.
I'd give him like because I'm a chubby guy, so I'd give him the gut. I just and I'd be hitting him back, and then I'd get a penalty, a foul, and I'm like,
penalty.
what for? I'm like, what for? And he's like, come on, you're bodying him. I'm like, well, no shit. Like, of course. Like, that's what we're supposed to do.
He was at disadvantage.
Yeah, so I was like, whatever, man. So I had fouls to give. Just gotta rough
Time
him
out.
up.
Try humping on the court.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, and then after that, he got into racing, so it made it. I mean, we were
Hey, I
already.
let him drive. He was the first person I ever let drive my truck. Pro
Yeah.
Light.
I'm glad he finished that sentence.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was.
He drove the Pro Light when I was in Pro Light days. Yeah, I gave him a chance to drive it.
I remember he texted me. He goes, "Hey man, you want to come over and drive the Pro Light?" I thought he was kidding. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, man. He goes, no, seriously. I think you said we were putting it away for the winter or something like that.
Well, we were just going to take it apart.
Yeah.
Get it prepped.
And then he's like, "Do you want to come over?" I was like, "Yeah." So I went over there, jumped in, and I took it down his parents' dirt driveway. And his mom goes, "If you mess up the driveway, you got to go
Yeah.
out there and rake it." I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, I'm like a little kid. I'm just sitting there driving it. I'm like, "Oh, this is so much fun." I got a big old grin on my face, and it's time to turn around. So I go like this, and I try to turn it around, and it doesn't turn on a dime. So I'm thinking like, all right, this is my chance. I'm like, dirt superstar right here. So wow, I hit it right. The back end kicks around, and there's a lot more power than people think. Like, you have like a Ford F-150, or you're in the parking lot. This thing whipped around and like I thought I was going in like the pickers, dude. I was like, and like I ripped the wheel back, and then my foot stayed down. So whoa, and I'm like, I don't know, can I shift? And I was like, and I went into second. I was like, oh, that was cool. And then as I'm going down the road, I'm like, oh, I better slow down. I don't want Keegan to think I'm like messing up his truck. So then I went down to first, and I like glided in. Oh my God!
Oh, there's Mario from Red Bull.
Hey, welcome to Crandon.
Welcome to Crandon.
You know
And-
Mario from Red Bull,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Oh, the locals.
Yeah.
But no, so I pulled in, and I was like, dude, I was trying to brag to Keegan. I was like, bro, I got to second gear.
Yeah.
And he goes up to the thing, and he like presses the thing, and he's like, you didn't even hit the rev chip. I was like, I don't know what that means,
Thought he was going fast.
but I got in second.
He was like on Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
So
Ricky
did your
Bobby.
mom at that point come out and be like, you got to rake the damn driveway?
So he did. He took a rake and he had to go rake it.
Yeah. Yeah. Colleen goes, did you rip up my driveway? And I was like, yeah. I was like,
I'll own it.
yeah. I was like, ain't no hiding it. Big old rip in there.
Yeah.
So we had to go out there, and I had to go.
He was raking.
Yeah, I had to go rake
I
it.
just have a great hookup to the back of it, so it raked it when you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
there we
dude,
go.
that's money right there.
Yeah.
Just get a grate, drag it behind the pro
Yeah.
lights. Every
Yeah.
time you slide it sideways, it's just
Just
dragging
great,
it
dude.
behind you.
Ooh.
Like I'm helping the driveway
Yeah.
right now.
Next time.
Yeah.
Next
next
time.
time.
I mean, if that was in a pro line, I could only imagine him in a pro 2.
That'd be a lot of fun.
So our bet is,
Oh, yeah. That was early, too. That was, what, 2012, 2011?
what did I say? What was it again, the bet?
So we were talking about turn one, and he goes, I don't know if it was I said I could or, like,
yeah, he said you couldn't hit it flat-footed.
yeah, he goes, I bet you can't hit it flat-footed, like turn one in a pro truck. And I was like, I could do that. And he goes, but you can't wreck. I'm like, well, come on, man. Like, we're
I
Pick
feel like
one. Just pick
so-
one.
so
You
we-
can't
we-
get both.
so. Thankfully, here at Crandon, we do have a segue into that. We need to go into the VIP bar, and we'll put a Pro 4
Ooh.
on the sim racing rig,
Oh, yeah.
and I want to see Tito in a Pro
Ooh.
4 go into turn 1.
Into the wall.
so if I hit it flat-footed and
What's
make
the
it
bet?
out,
Yeah.
does that cut in half then to
Can't
500?
hit nothing.
Dude, don't even start. Don't even start. I know I'd hit it flat-footed. Just give me a little go around on Bark River. One little. I only need one lap
Yeah.
around like Bark River, and I'll get it figured out.
This guy can't win at nothing. We were playing at dirt.
How dare you? That's not even
And
fair.
he's like, come on, man. I want to beat you. Get on.
That's not even
and
fair.
We get on. and he
He's
still
gonna
couldn't
win
beat
the foot race
Yeah.
tonight.
So no, we do dirt 4. It's like online stuff, and I'm like, dude, I got this figured out, man. I got lap, dude. I'm on it, and we jump online, and it's him, and he like pulls away. I'm like, I'm hitting like my lines. I'm hitting everything I need to, and then I ask him, I'm like, dude, like, how are you like doing this? And he goes, oh, I have my truck set up and stuff like that. I was like, come on, man, that's not fair. We're talking default stock trucks. He's out here like tuning everything and like downforce and updraft and alternators, and I'm like, that's not fair, man. I'm like, you have knowledge in that. We're talking about just default trucks, bro. And like, so then he's like, oh, I'll give you a head start. Then I'll give you a head start. I was like, all right, dude, you're on. He still beat me.
So we had another bet. This one was a little more funny. It was started in I think it might have started in Pro Light days or something. Or no, Cup Race. Or no, it's Pro Light.
Pro
days.
Light.
And it was every lap I led at Crandon, they were either going to chug a beer or do a shot. Well, there was like 3 years straight where I led like every lap, and they didn't want to do that no more. They didn't think that was fun anymore.
It wasn't fun.
You guys are in a coma after the
Oh, yeah.
weekend.
So that was the drunkest my sister had ever seen me. I think it was 2014.
I don't even think you finished them all.
I finished them all. I don't even remember who won Pro 2 or Pro 4. I
got
had
his
to check the
stomach
next
pumped
day.
at the local
Yeah.
hospital, but he finished them all.
So yeah, so
Every lap.
he
Sounds
did,
like our Supercross.
so he did every lap, wins every lap, right? Wins the race. I'm hammered. And so my sister tells me the next day, what had happened is that after the race was done, we go back to the truck, and I'm like, I got to go bathroom. So like, okay, do you know where it is? And I'm like, yeah. They trust me enough. So they're in the truck, and then all of a sudden I come back to the truck, and I've got a full margarita or like a strawberry daiquiri. I got full daiquiri, and they're like, where did you get that? And I was like,
Gave that to you.
and I was like, I found it in the bathroom.
Stole
and they're
some
like,
guy's.
no, yeah, probably. I was like, I found it.
next to you, and he's like,
Yeah, I was like,
Up and over the
Yeah.
stall.
yeah, hey, thank you.
you don't need that.
Yeah.
No, I was like, I found it in the bathroom. And they're like, why do you have it? I'm like, no. The top was on it. I'm just drinking from the cup, so it's clean. No one peed in it. And and then, like, as we were leaving, I had it in the cup holder, and they took a turn. It spilled everywhere, and At that point, my dad doesn't drink, so to have alcohol in the car was bad news, and my sister had to clean it up, and all because of this guy.
Not because of me.
All your fault.
All because of him. He's
I
like,
think you made that bet.
No, you were like,
you said it. You said, all right, every lap you lead, how about
I did it for motivation. I didn't think you were going to take it to heart.
You know what's great about this whole interview though, Britt? Like,
What?
so
That I just came out with ideas
No,
for tomorrow?
Tito's telling all these stories, and Keegan hasn't refuted one of them yet. Like, so you're like, these boys are on the same page. Like, this is all true stuff. It's not like this isn't fishtails.
Yeah,
this is what it's like being with him.
Yeah. We got a lot of good bets.
Yeah, well,
I will say, like, I've kind of partied with Keegan one time after the Cup win, and I think it was RJ's Cup win. I can't remember.
Probably.
Anyways, we ended up in group therapy, right? I will tell you, I'm glad he's my friend, because if I ever get in a fight, I watch that sumbitch with a dragon punch machine. Dude, I want that guy on my side. If I ever get in a fight, yeah, Keegan's got my back.
I haven't done that in a while.
So, okay, I'm gonna. You probably already know this. I probably already told you, but you can get this dude to just spend money on the punch machine.
Oh, dude, he was putting $20 in at a time. It was
so, and I noticed that. So then I was like, it was a joke around like all the guys where I was like, hey man, watch this. I would go up and I'd put like $1 or $2 or $3 in. I was like, Keegan, like, come on, let's go. And then so I would sissy punch this thing, right? And he's got like a technique down on it. And then he would get
the
it
machine every time.
And then I'd be like, that's all you can do. And you're like, oh no. So then he would go put another 20 in, and I'm like, okay, here we go. And then he would keep feeding it in. And I'm like, and we were like, okay, how much do you think we can get Keegan to put in this fucking machine?
This
flipping machine.
Yeah, we're good with cussing.
How much can we?
Anytime we're publicly drinking beer on air, cussing is okay.
I was like, how much do you think we can get him to put in this machine? I think the most I ever seen him put in it was $80.
I probably put more than that.
that I saw.
No,
that I was there for.
I will say that night in the group, I don't know, there had to have been a couple $100.
Was that when? Remember when? Was that the same night Travis was hitting it?
I think so. Yeah,
Because I won more money that. Yeah, that was when RJ won it. Because I think I won more
RJ
money
won
on the
and-
punching bag than I did at the racetrack.
it was that. I mean, there's been, and I feel bad for Britt because I keep telling her like, oh, Sunday night at Crandon, it's off the chain, and she hasn't quite seen it yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm like, no, like
man.
it's
Sleeveless Sundays.
yes,
Yeah, make sure
So
we
I've
wear a
heard.
T-shirt.
No, I've learned that the hard way because RJ decided to bring that back to Vegas for mint one day, and so I walked into Hogs and Heifers and I had a hoodie on, and then it turned into a sleeveless hoodie.
Yeah, it looked like Bill
And
Belichick.
then so I was like, screw this. So I took it off, left it at
Bill
Hogs and
Belichick.
Heifers, and about 3 a.m, all of a sudden I got this picture of some homeless dude wearing my vest and hoodie. Oh yeah, yeah. So I know all about Sleepless Sundays, but I've only heard about the Crandon shenanigans. He keeps telling me, "Oh, this is prep, this is pregame. Let's go. We're ready. We buy the afternoon flight just so we don't have to leave drunk."
Oh yeah, you don't want to do that. It's
Well,
like
I don't
leaving
know,
Vegas
because,
at 5 in
dude,
the morning.
last time you guys were all asleep by like midnight. It was sad.
That's him.
I'm disappointed in each and every one of you. That's all
I
I'm
will
saying.
say June Crandon, she ended up bartending.
Yeah.
Don't,
at
true
group
story.
therapy.
Oh, yeah.
She
June
was a
Crandon's
bartender.
Not as wild as.
No,
Yeah.
it was. We had a good time at the bar, but Hope he had to drag somebody out drunk, and
Yeah.
That was
guy was like
interesting.
literally guy tripped, fell on his face, and Opie's like, "You got to go," and the guy wanted to fight Opie, and Opie's like, "Dude, you don't want to do this," and literally just drug him out. Like,
Yeah. No, I'll admit, and I'll say too. I think I already told you that whenever he's won the World Cup twice
now
now.
we got 2 Coors Lights in there.
Ooh. Sorry, what?
No, he's won the World Cup twice, and each time hasn't made it past midnight. But every other time,
I know.
before that, after that, whenever he doesn't win, he'll be out till like 2 a.m. and he's a great time.
You gotta drink your sorrows away, man.
So I'm mixed. I want you to win, but at the same time, like I keep hearing all these legendary stories, and I haven't seen one of them yet. Like his cousin comes back with a chipped tooth.
Yeah. No, we literally donated a tooth to the Crandon Cup that year.
Yeah.
Like one of the parties in here, I can't remember if it was you winning, RJ, my cousin. Anyways, literally he goes to drink out of the cup. The cup bashed him in the thing. He turns around and his tooth is cut in half. And I goes, "Where's the rest of your tooth?" He goes, "I think it's in there with the rest of the liquid."
Oh,
So
my
everybody's drinking out of it, and we're like, half a tooth is in the cup. No joke. My cousin chipped a tooth and it went in the cup, and everybody's still drinking it. I'm just like,
Had to wait till it was empty to go find it.
So
again.
there was
or you see somebody that's like,
no, that is no joke, dude. My cousin donated a tooth to the cup, chipped it on it, and he's like, "I guess there's no better way to chip a tooth than saying I did it at Crandon on the cup."
oh, dude, did you see one year that they lit a car on fire, like in the
that's
back over there?
Deegan. Yeah,
Oh,
Deegan and those guys lit a car.
Again, like I said, I hear these stories, but every time I show up, there's no Jurassic Park, there's no naked slip and slide, there's no this. I'm gonna.
Well, the problem is naked slip and slide always happens, just not the people you want to see are naked.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I want to
Yeah.
see the train wreck. All I'm
100%.
saying
It's
is,
probably going to
like
nice out.
every
nice weather.
time.
So are we venturing back into Jurassic Park? I mean,
Warm out tonight,
it's-
so
Can.
Oh,
So,
it's
I
warm
want to
out.
go to Jurassic Park
They
with Keegan
come out
and
when
Tito.
it's warm out.
have you seen anything wild like on the slip and slide at all? or
I
no?
have. There was one year where it was firing.
Lies.
I mean, it was.
I think it's
Really?
all lies.
They had the hot tub on the top. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bull.
in the hot tub and they jump out
Yeah.
and the bubble
Nope.
machine was
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
I saw some dude. It was the
She
one.
hasn't seen it. Like I feel like poor girl. Like I haven't given her the
You
full
keep-
Crandon
yeah.
experience.
Our
yet.
most exciting night was Spring Crandon, the walk back
Oh yeah.
from what used to be group therapy back
So-
to the VRBO.
So we walk out, and her and we had the car parked at Ducks. We walk out, and there's literally like 7 officers parked across the street
Yeah.
from group therapy, all standing on their bumpers. And her and I look at each other.
And then I saw
We're
that
walking
the
home tonight.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5 that were sitting in the dark with their lights off, and I'm like, and how far is it? What's the address? I look, I go, it's a half mile. I'm like, yeah, screw it,
That's
let's
okay.
go.
We had a
Yeah.
drunken half-mile
Yeah.
walk, and it was funnier than hell. It literally was. So but
I might still have a few septic system flags.
there was
or
flags,
whatever.
and she's pulling up. Oh, green flag. Oh, I'm a red flag. I'm a green flag.
I'm like, you're a
And she has a
sewer
thing
system.
for, like,
like,
Yeah, I don't know what we went by, but she has a thing for succulents and flowers and things. So we walk by, and she's like, "Oh, flowers!" She's picking
Yeah.
flowers
oh,
out of like
That's right, the canna.
the cannas. Oh, can.
I'm like, canna seeds. Here we go. I'm like ripping them off. I'm like, don't worry,
Oh,
plant these
gosh.
later. I'm handing him
Nobody
stalks.
knows what a can of seed is. But
Doesn't matter. You get the point.
You wake up, you
It
got a big old
wasn't
bouquet in the morning.
Disclaimer: it wasn't a cannabis seed; it was
Yeah,
a canna seed.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
canna
yeah.
seed.
Canna seed.
Regardless of what it was, I was handing him random plants and was like, here, just plant this when you get home. It's fine.
No, I hope it changes for you, man. Like
Yeah,
this year,
because so
I
far,
really
that's
do.
my most
Oh, man.
exciting night in Crandon.
Yeah, no, the slip and slide. I saw a guy go head first. He was butt naked, goes head first, and I don't know what he did, but he landed hard, like on his chest, and like when he landed, he went this way, and then as he went by, I'm like, what is that? The dude pooped. On the slip and slide. And I hit my friends. I was like, yo, hey, man. Like, you see this? What I think that is? And we're like, oh, my God. Really? Hey, we're trying to let people up there. Hey, this guy pooped, dude. And then somebody went through it and just smeared it. It was so bad. I'm like, I'm not going down now.
Oh.
we're gonna need some more soap.
Exactly. Dude, somebody come hose this down.
Yeah, because that'll do it at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, can we just pour some bleach down it
Yeah,
before the next
exactly.
people go?
So maybe do a track walk before you go down.
Yeah. Track walk.
What was the movie we just watched with the little? They're like,
Oh, with
And
Kevin Hart.
you let a rabbit poop on his bed? He goes, no, that was me.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
me.
yeah.
So Kevin Hart
I
and
did see
Mark
that.
Wahlberg,
Yeah, I
they
just
just
saw
did the
that,
next. So the whole thing with Johnny Depp and his ex-wife Amber, she crapped on the bed, right?
Yeah.
So there's this new one with Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg. So Kevin Hart, he thought this guy was like banging his wife or something. So he goes and poops on the guy's bed.
yeah.
But it was like this little rabbit turd. He's like, dude, I went earlier in the day. I just couldn't muster up anything bigger.
He's like, but I did that on
man.
command.
Dude drops a hemorrhoid, not even a turd.
Not like that.
Oh, that'd be super embarrassing.
Okay, but I don't want to ask any more details yet at the same time. Did the guy at least know?
No, he knew.
Yeah.
Because you can tell, even
was
when
just
somebody
like-
acts like they didn't know, they still knew.
The
Like,
worst part is he kept going down. Like he kept doing it.
He's like, you
Oh,
gotta
he
hide it.
went back.
Yeah,
for
he
another round?
he went back.
Oh,
So he was already
no.
going down like steady going like 6 times. And then like the 7th time like he pooped. And then we're like, oh dude, there's poop. And someone else went through it. And then he walked back around and did it again. And like he knew where he pooped because he went on the other side.
I'm going to avoid it.
Yeah, he kept going around it. And I'm like, this guy knows. Like,
Yeah,
there's no
he's
way
like-
you don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Poor Keegan, you're stuck racing on
Yeah.
weekends like this.
Yeah, I don't get to experience a lot of that. Oh, we got a delay here. Live.
Gosh.
Live at the track.
Yeah.
These race cars would just shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys
See,
act like
we're
they're
doing
going
a
to win.
podcast. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, Lord.
Stop wasting your time.
Yeah, right. Just give it up.
I do feel like if I was everybody else in Pro 2 this weekend, I'd be pretty damn nervous. Because this guy, like, has, no offense, but you got nothing to lose this weekend. Like, it's
No.
full on, like, you're going out for the jugular this
Look at
weekend,
his.
dude.
Like you can see it. He just looks away. He's like, "Yep."
No, but seriously, I mean, it's like a guy in, like, I don't know, like, everybody's got to be goddamn scared of Keegan Kincaid at this point because you're not in it for the points at this point. It's all about the wins, right? Like,
Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? I think, well, the way this year's went. Yeah, I'm talking. You want to say something?
Keegan Kincaid.
what's
Yeah,
your name, though? You got to give your name
Yeah,
out.
what's your name?
Kincaid.
I think you got a little milk on there.
Here, come here, bud.
Got a little milk on there. Said.
Yeah, so no, it is. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously we've had some gremlins all year, so just here and there, just something that's happened, like
Come here, bud.
qualifying fire. But we're ready to go. Let it all hang out this weekend. Hey, go sit down over there.
Right, we're going to sit you down. We promised you an interview. You're going to let
Yeah.
your dad interview here.
Put your headphones on. Set your milk down.
Yeah. Probably
Set your-
hide the natty light here.
Set your drinks down. Put your headset on.
All right.
Can
All
you
right.
hear me, Nash?
Yeah.
All right,
All
Nash.
right.
We're going to let your dad give Nash Kincaid here an interview.
Who is your favorite race car driver?
Dad.
Yeah. Who? Let's see. What other questions do we have? What class do you want to race? What's your favorite class? Do you like those little carts, or which ones do you like the most?
Little cut.
Who's your favorite brother?
What's he?
Poor Caden. All right, Tito, what do we got for him?
Who is your favorite uncle?
He's like, I don't know, man. Who's your favorite uncle? No, so Corey.
Your uncle dad?
Boy.
Yeah. I'm just his favorite all around. I got him brainwashed.
Do you like chicken nuggets or mac and cheese?
Mac and cheese.
Ooh, that's good. What's your favorite color?
Blue.
Why is it blue?
Yeah, he was
Hey.
mad because we did the class 11. He
Yeah.
was mad that I was in an orange one and not a blue one. He's like, you need to go with the blue one. Kept telling me. Didn't you? What do you want to be when you get older? What do you- A what? An elephant?
An elephant? Elephant trainer or just an elephant?
This is our.
Just an elephant? All right.
Yeah, well, what do you want to be like? Who's your favorite superhero?
Batman.
Batman?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's
but
my
he don't
favorite.
even have any special powers.
That's what makes him. The
He's
best.
rich.
Yeah.
He's rich, Keegan. He's rich.
Yeah, I am.
You are? You're rich? Yeah.
All
yeah.
right. Does Dad know you're rich? No? Oh, he's hiding it out from you.
What do you like to do? What's your favorite sport? What do you like to play?
Baseball.
Yeah, you like baseball, don't you?
All right. What's your favorite video game?
Fortnite.
Fortnite?
Oh, you just listen to Caden too much.
I know those Fortnite players. It was like,
Yeah.
what, $3 million that
Oh,
the world champion won?
Yeah.
I think we're in the wrong
Yeah,
sport,
we are
Oh,
dude.
in the wrong sport for sure. It costs
I'm
them.
racing a little race car.
You are? You're going to race a little race car?
Yeah.
What number are you going to be?
1.
Number
Number
one?
one? I like
Oh,
it.
all right.
Okay, here's a really tough one. If Grandpa and your dad were racing, who would win?
Grandpa.
What?
Oh!
I would win, right?
Okay, Tito's like, I'm pleading the fifth on
Yeah.
this one.
Depends what class.
Yeah. Oh, is that funny? Yeah.
He's like, oh, you're done talking.
You're sleeping with Grandpa tonight.
You going with Grandpa this
Yeah.
weekend?
Yep, you can stay with Grandpa tonight now. He's like, I don't care.
No, you.
Me?
He goes, no, you.
That's awesome.
So, tell everybody how old you are. No, you got to say.
3.
Yeah.
Three.
I'm free. How did you lose your teeth?
Dentist took him out.
Why did he take them out?
'Cause I bumped my head on the toilet.
Yeah, and lost 2 front teeth.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
That one had to hurt. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I
had a
did.
lot of accidents already.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I'm not
All right.
surprised.
Happens
Yeah.
to the best of us, buddy.
Not with him.
And Kaden, we have to play baseball in practice.
Yeah, he does. Caden does.
Yeah,
What does
and
Wesley like to do?
play football.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, thanks for talking with us.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
Good
All
job,
right. Thank you.
bud. Nice job.
All right. Good job.
Yeah.
Your first interview.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you later.
Yeah.
You give her your headset back. See you later. No, Wesley, you wouldn't get him to do that. He wouldn't even come up here.
He was good. He just rolled right in.
Natural.
Oh, that's my milk now.
I will say we learned a little interesting tidbit. Match race between Keegan
Yeah.
and Jeff. I mean, your kids got grandpa. I mean,
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, like I said, I think it depends on class.
Oddly, though, man. Oh,
And
I feel like if your dad was going to lose, he'd just take you out. Like,
Yeah, he'd fight
no, literally, I think he would just be like, "No, there's no way
Not
I will
happening.
take Keegan out."
yeah.
not happening.
Ooh, that,
Hey, actually, we did race head to head. I got the up on him.
Did you?
he let you win though.
In Pro 2,
No,
I had the up on him.
I was going to
and in
say,
Pro 4.
so I don't remember at the end of his career, the beginning
Yeah.
of yours. Did you guys
Yeah.
ever race?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did. He raced. Actually, he had. Yeah, we both raced Pro 2 once.
Yep.
And he raced Pro 4 and I raced Pro 2.
Yep.
And he never beat me.
I don't know, man.
It's weird when it won't.
That would be an interesting question. Out of because
Like
They-
all the parents.
well, they've raced Pro Light, Pro 2, and Pro 4. And who do you think would win in Pro Light, Keegan or
I
Jeff?
did my dad probably. Pro Light.
Which track?
Ooh, that's a good question. What track do you think? Like Crandon or Bark River?
I think okay, so Pro Light, I also think if we're going Pro Light, we've got to add in, okay, is it old school Pro Light with 4 cylinders and manual, or is it the newer Pro Lights with the, with the V8 and the, and the automatic? Like,
Let's go automatic. Let's go with the later
I'd-
Pro Light.
I would say later Pro Light Keegan, old school Pro Light.
Yeah.
I'd say Jeff.
What about Pro 2 then? Like back when they were 900 horsepower, not the ones now.
That'd be
I
interesting.
liked those ones.
I would actually love to see Prime Jeff, Prime Keegan in match Pro 2s doing war. Like that would
I'd just be
actually.
curious, like especially on a track that neither had actually been on.
Yeah, or if they did like the head to head like the Duel of Champions at Antigo,
Yeah,
like that'd be cool. Like 4 laps or something. I don't know.
that'd be fun. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah,
We need to
toss-up.
we need to get a couple SSTs out here so they're
Yeah.
like literally identical and let you and your dad just
That'd be fun to do that, like with all the dads.
Yeah,
Dad son race.
Ooh, I'm liking this.
because we've only been
Actually.
spoiled by the Greaves, and it'd be nice to like have something like him and Jeff or somebody.
We finally got RJ.
we got
finally
RJ. Well, even that, I mean, she's what Randy did the UTV race and beat everybody. Like get Randy
Yeah.
and RJ. Like Randy'd have no problem taking RJ out.
Oh yeah, I think he'd definitely play dirty with RJ.
You got a shotgun a beer first.
Yeah, absolutely. We got our.
Come on, princess.
Come on, RJ. All right, so this is actually a perfect time to segue into RJ. Tito's bound out here for a minute. So,
Yeah.
so we're having a conversation here, RJ.
Okay.
These are a little warm, but you still got to crack one
A
anyways.
little. I'm like,
Yeah. All right, we've got
Warm
2 cold
bush.
Coors Lights over there, though.
Well, cheers.
So cheers. We're having a conversation here on dad. So we're having this conversation on Keegan versus Jeff Kincaid, and we're talking about, and he said it'd be fun if we had like some race where it was like identical vehicles. Dads came out. And I'm like, I don't
Dads
know.
versus
I'm like, I
kids.
saw Randy Anderson win the UTV race. I'm like, Randy and RJ, like I could see your dad putting you in the wall with no questions asked.
Oh, his strength and disadvantage is he can't see anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see you either.
So like when he says he like couldn't even see, he's actually telling the
Yeah.
truth, and so he just goes for it either way. But yeah,
I
that'd
think
be
we
scary.
got one up on our dads now.
Yeah.
My dad's, I don't think he can jump anymore either.
Yeah. No, I in a UTV, my dad can't see. He just goes for it. In a truck, I don't think he'd want to go that pace.
well, we've had this conversation, right, about what is that tipping point of when you get to become that old senile person.
I don't know.
When you
I mean,
get
Johnny's
annoyed.
still going, so.
Well, I'm not even talking about racing all that.
Yeah.
We're just saying daily on the
Bus
street.
Johnny
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
under.
Yeah.
That's not what I was trying to get at for the record.
Grandpa.
Yeah. He does call himself
Yeah,
Grandpa.
he's
Every
Grandpa.
time he gets on the podium, he calls us out as Gramps. So
But we're just saying, like, we all have those old people we either know
I mean, I'm just gonna pay my
or
kids back.
see, and that my
I mean,
point.
all those diapers. I'm gonna. No,
So I'm like-
when I'm old, I'm gonna do it on purpose.
yeah.
Yeah, so when? That's all I'm saying
When
is
does it
when is
start?
that transition?
I'm gonna
Yeah, I
say
don't know.
like 73.
Ooh, that's
73.
old.
Yeah, I think it starts later than you think.
I'm just
Like,
not ready.
when
for
I know
you
that.
my
get-
dad quit racing desert. Actually, one of his last races we did together, and I literally started cramping, and he did half the race. We ended up getting second place in Class 8. But after that,
Oh
he
wait,
was-
what happened?
Cramping.
no, literally, it was his old Class 8, and when I first started out, and my dad's like quite a bit shorter than me, so my knees were up on my chest, and my leg literally started cramping like 300 miles into a
I was
400
like
mile
class
race.
11
You were-
today.
Yeah.
You were gramping or cramping?
That's what I was like. Hold on,
Yeah.
what happened?
Well, she knows me well enough.
Well-
No, I'm kind of grandpa now because my back's so bad, but
No, he's just got the senile part.
yeah, that too. She
Yeah.
was making fun of me.
Wait, how old? 44.
Me?
He
Not
says
even.
73. He's got 44.
I'm like,
It
I'm
go-
41 right now,
Yeah.
so I'm
It's
like,
quite
I got 3
close,
years.
yeah.
I got 3
And
years.
it goes downhill from then?
yeah.
No.
Oh, man. That's
Dude, it
coming
goes
quick.
downhill after 21 when you drink like we do, RJ.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the big 30 coming up next in a couple months. So
I hate you.
Yeah.
Can you just leave now?
it's not 73, you know.
So are we partying? Are we partying in at the river or what? Like, I mean, wait,
I don't know. Like you guys
See,
were
he's
saying,
getting
it
old. The
goes-
senile part's starting to go. It's like-
exactly. It hurts way more. You know, like
Again,
I
no,
would say,
no, we
like,
do
starting at
know, so we
25,
don't wanna
yeah,
hear about
you
it.
know, yeah.
You're the baby
You
here.
know. The problem is I have a 22-year-old brother, so then I have to run
Yeah.
his pace. You know, like
I have
him
a
and all-
7-year-old brother.
Yeah, it's gonna maybe get bad for you. But like as far as the drinking goes, like they're just full on the throttle.
yeah.
You know, like then you got to keep up. But I'm almost 30 years old. I'm trying to run the pace of 22-year-olds, and it just doesn't work out.
And we're trying to play the pace of you, so, you know.
Yeah.
Go
I
figure.
just got 4 kids.
Yeah.
when Keegan
And then-
gets
so
to
that
get
was my
out, he
kid.
just sends it.
It's not
Keegan-
that I didn't want the hangover. It was just didn't want the hangover with kids. Man, kids are so inconsiderate.
I
Like
know.
you get to bed at like 4 in the morning, and 7 o'clock comes around, and
I'm not even gonna give him a break. We were here in this exact place last year, and he won the cup, and we're calling him. Where are you at? I went home. I got kids, and so we went out and celebrated his win.
someone
for
had
him.
to celebrate
Yeah.
for me.
I will say, like I was telling one of the best Crandons is one of your cup race wins, and group therapy is just firing off that night. Keegan put a couple $100 into the Dragon Punch machine.
That was
and-
probably the last time I went over real
But
hard.
the funny part about that is like we all had a great time. We closed group therapy down. The next morning out of Green Bay, I had a flight out. Well, come to find out, RJ had the same flight out. Like it literally looked like a zombie apocalypse in the airport. Like we were all just zombies walking, completely still drunk. I don't know how.
Like didn't even talk to each other.
No,
we
like,
acknowledged.
we
Like,
just
hey,
kinda-
you're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're cool. We're gonna go our own ways.
Yeah, it was like
That was I told him that was the time that I think I won more money on that punching bag than I did at the track.
Yeah, I remember it was like 6:30 in the morning. RJ's got his hoodie down, his sunglasses on, and he's
Aw.
just heads down and like.
I was hiding
Those are
from
the
the world
worst.
for sure. Hiding from the world.
Those are, I'm never drinking again.
Yeah.
mornings.
That last 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, hey, all right. So here's the question. Obviously, we kind of got into this. RJ jumped in. You guys are pretty good friends. Like, you guys have a ton of fun together. How the hell did you guys become friends? I mean, obviously, I know your dad's been around forever. Your dad's been around forever. Like, how the hell did you guys meet and become friends, though? Because you guys have all kinds of stories. I mean, Tito's told me I got to bring up dog treats to RJ. I don't even know what that's about, but
Keegan wasn't even behind
Yeah,
that one.
that
but-
was me. It wasn't me.
Yeah. That was CJ. That was CJ that got not me, but he got my brother and Cole, one of our buddies. But yeah, just met Keegan through racing,
Yeah.
basically.
Like pro light days.
Pro
when
light
you came
days,
this
yeah.
way.
Yep, we started racing right about the same time. I think my first year was 11.
Yeah, I think
You
mine
were
was 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's we just started racing the pro light years, and that's what's so rad about off road. Just a bunch of good people. So
Yeah.
I think
But
that's
for the most part, everybody's friends. Off the track too. Even on the track, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's still you're racing hard, but
you know which guys you'll give respect
Yeah,
to and
yeah.
the ones you won't. You know.
like there's a line like you guys will race each other hard, but there's like a point where hey, I could spin this guy, or I could do something, get the position, and you won't because there's just a respect level there. But it's kind of nice to race against guys like that where you can race to that that hard, but know at the end of the day, you're going to have your back. And if you guys both go in hard, you're not going to get taken out,
Yeah. No, that's what's rad about this kind of racing is I think everyone's mostly on that same level. At some times people make mistakes, and there's, like I said, a few guys that like if they're next to you, you're either going to do what you can to not make them next to you, or you run them like they run you. You know, so like what goes around kind of comes around out here. So for the most part, everyone's got respect for one another and the equipment and the time and money they put into this.
Well, when there's a mistake and there's a vendetta. It's very clear sometimes.
Yeah.
And then when there's going to be a mistake or there's going to be a quote unquote vendetta.
Yeah.
That's a mistake. So, yeah. Because at the same point in time, like you're on the opposite end of it, right? You're going to be on the outside or they're going to be on the outside of you, like one of the other races. So,
yeah, I think there's a lot of mutual, like you guys saying, mutual respect. Like there's guys that you can race with and race hard with and clean with. And there's other guys that race hard, but they're not racing. I think they're just over their head.
Exactly.
It's not that they mean
100%.
well, or they don't mean to hurt you or take you out. It's just
they're on the edge of control.
Yeah, you're in control driving it there, and they're not.
Yeah.
And so, there's a little bit difference. And
I guess that's what is interesting about off-road too, whether it be desert racing, short course. I mean, we won't name names, but we know like there's a lot of people, a lot of money, and you can go. If you've got enough, you can be in Pro 4. You can be in a trophy truck. You can be in whatever you want if you've got enough money.
Money doesn't buy talent.
But it's one of those too, like, yeah, you can go really, really fast, but when, you're pushed up against the wall, like you don't have, the skills to recover from it, and that's when you don't want to be next to that guy because he's coming in and he's literally driving in over his head where you're very cool, calm, collected at that same speed. And it's like, it makes it a little nerve-wracking because sometimes stuff happens and it's just completely out of your control.
Yeah, there's a time you become defensive.
For
You're
sure.
like, I got to watch what this guy's going to do.
Yeah, I know there's got to be names that your spotter goes, this guy's on your inside, you're outside, and you guys are both going, oh, no, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah, it's funny because at the halfway, I ask, who's behind me? Because I want to know because I know different people. I'm like, okay, I can trust him.
Yep. Yeah, are
And
you
those
racing
other
forward for the next 3 turns, or are you racing behind you for the
this
next?
guy's
No,
gonna
I mean
take-
that's actually a very fair thing though, because like we do that same thing with desert, depending on who's behind us, how we pace. But for the most part, like we're pacing ourselves. We're dealing with the course. We don't know what's coming up on the course. Like you guys have to deal more one-on-one with the drivers being on short course than we really do. We have to like pit strategy, everything like that. But it's the same thing. You're 30 seconds away from the person in front of you or behind you. We're driving a lot more or less aggressively. I can only imagine what it's like in that circumstance.
Well, it's like at Vegas to Reno this year. Like Britt and I were in the car, and then my brother and Brian took over. But for 400 miles, I mean, Matty Wedking, us, and Jamie Campbell were all within a minute of each other for 400 miles, within a minute of each other. And somebody pulling the pit, the other one get around, and then you get. And literally, it was a battle, and nobody was checking up. Nobody's hitting the stupid tracker box like move over.
No, but UC does.
But
it was the same thing. Like UC does. You come up on somebody and you know if you're going to check them or if you're going to be nice and hit the horn and get around them based on who it was.
Yeah, but literally after the race, like, we're all giving each other hugs and high fives like, oh, dude, that was awesome. It was a 400-mile battle, the three of us, and it was like when you can do stuff like that, it's kind of awesome because everybody's racing super hard, but at the end of the day, it's like, all right, let's have a beer afterwards. And
It's got. I can only imagine. Like I've seen some of the 3 wide, 4 wide out here on the track, and you watch everybody, and you're like, oh, like you're waiting. And the fact you guys actually like smoothly get around one of these corners and funnel out, like it's impressive.
Yeah, and the talent field just keeps like getting better. The cars keep getting better. So like when you have an opportunity, like you have to take it. Like it's not like where if your truck's better, you're gonna just drive by these guys anymore. There's such a depth of the field now. It's like. You got to race hard, but like when you have that opportunity, you have to take it as well.
Yeah, those 15-minute races are, and then with the invert, if you're starting 10th or whatever, so you're passing essentially 10 guys to get to the lead in 15 minutes,
and it's 10 good guys.
Yeah, it's not like they're gonna let you by,
Yeah.
and so that's what's become really tough, especially as everybody's really equaled out and been some good racing.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like, especially here at Crandon, turn 1, it's a commitment to go in as hard as you guys do, but 2, there's a lot of trust in the people around you because you're going in there, but everybody else is going in just as hard as you are. Like between the commitment and the trust, I mean, turn 1's intense.
It's
man.
gnarly to watch that many cars go in and still almost as many cars go out. Like it's impressive.
It's organized chaos. I can't believe there's not more crashes there, and it not due to, people trying to. You could gain or lose a lot of spots just right there, but like you go blind. Like,
and the thing is, you don't know what's you're listening to your spotter say, okay, they watered this spot, they watered that spot. So you don't get at normal tracks where you get your pre-lap to see the track and you say, all right, I know where this spot is. This is slippery. Well, you're going into Crandon blind.
Yep. It
Turn
could be
one.
perfect traction. You
Yeah.
keep her to the wood, or you come in
Yeah.
on the wood, and you're like, oh my gosh,
I've
I'm
came
losing
in-
it in front of
yeah.
the whole field, you know.
Yeah.
And then they're all checking up, and you can't see. So now you're getting into those guys. I can't believe there's not more.
Yeah,
chaos
I came in
than
and
this.
it just slid all the way from the inside to the outside. I didn't think it was going to stop. Finally hit a dry spot and you come through. But yeah, that's just what makes it interesting, and I think for the fans and.
Yeah,
Well, I think
Keegan's
both-
got his starts down, so he doesn't have to
Yeah.
deal with the chaos too often.
Yeah.
But
Well, I feel like both of you have had a lot of success here at Crandon. I mean, obviously, you were back to back with Cup wins,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you got some Cup wins to your name. Like, I mean, you guys, I feel like you guys talking about Crandon. Both of you got a little bit of street cred around here.
yeah, definitely not as much. This is the hometown hero.
Yeah.
Everyone knows as Keegan, and there's no one that runs better here than Keegan. So, it's we come and we try to just learn as the weekend goes on, and I think that's a lot of success that we've been able to adapt to the track. Is you got to start your weekend strong. If you start this weekend on a bad foot, it compounds all
yeah.
weekend long, and it's hard to come from a bad Saturday and then make a good Sunday and then an even better Cup race. So you got to just kind of play the system, and it's something that Keegan's been really good at, and we've been learning. You got to start. Luckily for me, I'm not in points, so my Saturday I can kind of wash
get a good
away
one.
and try
Yeah.
things, on the
Get a
truck
good-
and
yeah.
exactly just be super mellow and then
'Cause I
kind
think
of
they're going off of lap times or something for Sunday. or
Yeah,
something
so I
like
don't
that,
know how
yeah.
that's how Champ's been doing it. So we'll see how they do it for the race, the
Yeah.
Cup races here, because I think the last few years they've gone off finishes, right?
Yeah,
Just straight
I
up
know
finish.
from Saturday or the Sunday finish was the Sunday
I
Cup
don't
race,
even
but
know. This is great.
yeah, so yeah, it's
The crapshoot, Russian roulette.
No,
Yeah.
this is awesome. I'm like, you guys are coming into the race not even knowing. You're like, yeah, we're just
Yeah.
here.
you just get told what to do.
Yeah.
So, to show
like
up.
you start here.
Yeah,
and
you
then
just
that's
figure
what
out.
you do.
All right, so I mean, obviously you're in Pro 4, you're in Pro 2, you've done Pro 4s, like Cup Race Sunday. Do you like playing the chase, being the Pro 4, have to hunt everybody down? You've been in both positions,
Yeah,
dude.
Pro
I mean,
4 is
what,
more fun for
Pro
sure.
4 is more fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. You feel like a sitting duck when you're up there to Pro 2? Like,
yeah, because you never know, and you're just driving as hard as you can, and they're trying to count down like to you. You're like, well, you're more nervous there when you're the Pro 4, and these guys were in. Doug and you were in Pro 2 at one time, and I remember I had fun. I was in Mike Jenkins Pro 4 at that time, and it was raining a little bit.
Yeah, just blew our
that was
doors
the
off.
most probably fun I've had in a Cup race, and I didn't even win it, but it was a blast,
Yep.
like passing these guys in the Pro 4. And
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing about like a Pro 2 is when your Pro 2 is dialed and hooked up, it's like the most fun to drive.
Mhm.
Like it's hard to hit it dead perfect, but when it's dead perfect and everything's moving right, your gear splits, everything, it's like a rocket ship. It's hooked up out of the corners, and that's the most fun to drive. Is
Yeah.
a hooked up Pro 2. But when it comes to the Cup race, you could have the best Pro 2 on the track, and if the split's not in your favor, those Pro 4s are coming through
Yeah,
at 4.5
fast.
seconds a lap faster. So you're a sitting duck. So it's fun. But you're just a sitting duck at that
Yeah.
point, and you could have enough gap and leave and hope the rest of the field works in your favor. But it's fun coming through in Pro 4 because you have two races. In Pro 4, you're racing with your guys in your group, but you're splitting people the whole time, and no one gives you an inch. Like it could be lap 3, and the Pro 2
Yeah.
guys you're passing, they think that they're maybe going to still win. So they're giving it their all. It still cracks me
Well,
up.
we play so bad.
That's
what
why
we
it's
said.
so
We say,
it's
hey,
fun to watch.
whoever's
though.
leading, we got
So much
a
fun to watch.
roadblock for
Yeah.
those Pro 4s hard.
we call it in UTV racing in the desert the donkey cars. Like
Yeah.
if you start, there's like these donkey cars that are just going to hold you up. So it's like
Yeah.
you got to get around them as quick as you can. And like I won't name names, but I'm sure. And
Yeah.
I know
Oh,
when you're Pro 4, you're like, oh, we got these donkey Pro 2s, and we
well,
just got to get through
the
them.
problem is you come up on them so fast.
so fast.
So they're so unpredictable.
Yep.
Like if you just hold your line, you'd be better off. But most of them are like, or they try to get out of the way. Well, then they get in the way.
Yep. They
That's
don't
what I
realize
remember.
they're
Yep, that
closing.
sounds like
Yeah.
desert.
yeah, this is donkey cars, exactly. You never.
You hit the pass and they just stop dead. Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, and a Pro 4 around here kind of takes up the whole track. Like,
Yeah.
luckily you're able to move. Like a Pro 2 is pretty stuck to the fast line,
Yeah.
going around using the cushion or whatever the fast line is. A Pro 4 you can move around, but the Pro 2 guys, most of them have never driven a
Yeah.
Pro 4, so they don't know. Like I think in their mind they think like I'm going to be able to hold this guy off, not realizing the closing rate.
Yeah.
And they're sometimes trying to get out of the way, but they're like literally getting in your way because they don't realize how fast.
I get
full
out of the
drive.
way. If I get caught before like last lap, I'm like, I ain't
Because
getting run
you
over.
know.
I've been in
It's-
Pro 4.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the
they're coming
10-year-old
fast.
on the go-kart track, right? That's just sitting there fishtailing every corner when
Yeah.
you're trying to hit top speed. Or like I've told him, I'm like, I feel like every person that ever gets their driver's license needs to drive something with a trailer,
yeah.
just so they understand.
But yeah, like
Yeah.
you said, he understands it. Like sometimes in a Cup race, there'll be 3 or 4 to go, and we're catching like Pro 2s. and they're racing us, like purposely
Yeah.
blocking us, and you just want to crash them at that
I'm
point
like,
because you're
I'm
like,
getting out of the
there's
way.
30 to 50 grand on the line here, and you're ruining my chance at this race, like because we're in a Pro 4 race at the time, so it's people that haven't
Yeah.
driven a Pro 4 probably don't realize like
Now, last lap, it's a little
yeah,
different.
yeah,
You're-
exactly.
You're trying all you
exactly,
can to get going. and-
Yep.
But yeah, anything before that, you're like, go ahead. I'll fall in line, and
Yep.
hopefully you break.
Yeah.
Well, here's another thing too. It's like, you talked about the money, with to win Sunday, the Cup race at Crandon. I mean, there's a lot of money involved, and I mean, we all know the finances. We all run, off-road programs or run in the black.
Oh, and the millions we make.
Yeah, all
along
the
way?
millions we make, right? But I think we all like having a lot of fun, and that's why we chose these occupations, right? But that money you win from a cup race, I mean, that helps your program the next year. Like, people don't realize, like, that kind of check, you don't get that in off-road racing. Like, that, to get that helps fund the whole program for the next year, right?
Yeah, it's the money, and even more so than the money, I think it's our last race of the year, and it's the momentum. You go into the off season, with your sponsors, like you won the cup, you won the end of the year. It's like great momentum shifting to a long, long off season of short course racing. So the money is huge to these programs. Like, we don't race for that anywhere else in the short course stuff,
It'd be nice to do that every weekend.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
One
Exactly.
of my favorite RJ stories is this is a few years back, and I don't remember. You didn't have any of your stuff. You didn't have a rig, nothing here. And RJ and I one day were partying in the VIP bar downstairs, and I wasn't here. I wasn't doing TV at the time. I don't know, but RJ and I are having drinks downstairs, and we're having a good time. Literally, like the next day, I know RJ's hungover as hell, and I see RJ, he's carrying his helmet around. Dude gets a ride, I think, from Jimmy from
in a
Bikeman.
razor, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and he goes out and he puts it on the podium.
No, I got
And I'm
fourth.
like, who-
I got fourth.
Oh, you
I
got fourth, but I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
who does that?
Yeah.
He goes from here to like partying to like fourth place in a freaking cup race.
It wasn't even my helmet. I was staying with Doug Matag that weekend, and he had a spare set of everything. So I borrowed all his stuff, woke up in his motorhome. He had to wake me up like, dude, your race is about to go. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
hungover.
got all
Dude,
his
I know
stuff.
you were hungover as hell that day.
His stuff didn't even fit me. Like, his helmet was a little bit too big.
You got to keep doing one of these, picking it up.
Yeah.
That was one of those. I'm like, I wonder how RJ is going to do it, dude. You almost put on the
Yeah.
podium. I thought you were on the
We got-
podium. You got
no, we
fourth,
got
and I'm like,
fourth,
dude,
yeah.
like, high five RJ, because I couldn't have pulled it together like that.
That was fun. Yeah, that was a really good time. Yeah, someone didn't show up for their car, and I actually had to qualify because the
Oh,
field was
yeah.
like they only took 20 or
Yeah.
something at the time. So my very first time driving the car, they're like, you have to qualify and you have to be top 20 to
And
get
your
in.
brother races UTVs in short course. You've never been like a UTV short course guy.
Not
You used
for
to
a
do.
long time.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've been years.
Yeah,
so
yeah, not for a long
that was
time.
one of those where you're like coming out of retirement for that.
Yep. Yeah, and I didn't qualify great. Like, I just kind of got the car figured out, and I think I got like 12th in qualifying. So I was like, all right, I'm in the show.
Yeah.
So we celebrated that night, and then that morning woke up, and yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. That's what Crandon's all about, those stories.
That's
All
what
you
I
got to
laugh.
do is
forget
keep
that.
the party going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I made it through this. I made it to the main show. I made it.
All
It's funny
Got
because
another reason to party.
you talk to any driver that's raced short course in the last 5, 6, 7 years, they come back to Crandon. 95% of them, even if they're just coming to drink beer and hang out, they bring their driver's suit and their
Yeah,
helmet.
just in case.
You never quite
Tyler
know
Duke.
what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think it's Tyler Duke.
Yeah.
That guy always ends up
Always
with
in something.
He'll be here somewhere racing.
Yeah. Yep. For sure.
Well, even our boy Street Bike Tommy a
Oh,
couple years
yeah.
ago shows up, and some sportsman guy gave him his like super stock.
I
and
No
didn't
way.
know that,
Yeah, Tommy
Yeah.
texts me and he's like, "Dude, I'm in number 95." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" "Oh, this super stock truck." He's like,
Look down.
he's like, I'm sitting on the starting line. We're about 30 seconds of
Yeah.
green. I'm calling the live stream, and I'm like, well, I'm getting texts that Street Bike Tommy's in this truck, and they're literally like, I'm getting notes in the helmet. They're confirming it. I'm like, how the hell did Tommy? He's like, afterwards, I was like, what happened? He's like, oh, I was partying with these sportsman guys back there in Jurassic Park, and he's like, this guy just told me, drive for me tomorrow.
You want to race it, race it.
So Street Bike Tommy, he's like, I'd never.
so rad.
He
That's
had
what's
zero.
cool about
Yeah.
Fall Crandon is
Yeah.
like, you get well, even like Tanner and those guys
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
to race,
Yep.
and Travis
Yep.
and last year, and Street Bike Tommy hopping in.
Yep.
You get a lot of cool people that just come and experience it.
It's
So,
bucket list for everybody. You know,
Yeah.
it's just.
Yeah, it's the biggest short course race we do. There's nothing even that comes close to
Yeah.
this for the stuff we do. So
It's like I came back like 5 years ago, 5, 6 years ago. I can't remember. Marty invited me back, and they paid for my flight and did a bunch of like media and stuff like that. And I can't remember, but I was like, from that point forward, I was like, I know what I'm doing every Labor Day for the rest of my life. Like, I don't care if I have a job or if I'm just coming to hang out. Like, I'm gonna be here. It's like, so Britt, like, she came.
Are you
for some-
collecting cans next year?
yeah. yeah.
But it was one of those, like, now she's the same way. Like, we know what we're doing for Labor Day
Yeah.
every single year.
And I'm
Like,
still
it's-
waiting on a reason to show up.
Yeah.
I feel like if one of you two win, it's got to be a yard sale Sunday night.
I hope not. I got to
Yeah.
drive to California Monday morning.
See, they're getting old.
Oh,
on us.
See, 30.
RJ, you just dated yourself,
I
buddy.
know. Yeah, I guess I'll sleep in the back at least for a couple hundred miles. We're probably going to celebrate either way. I say that now.
Yeah.
But Sunday comes.
You win, it's a
Yeah.
different
That
story.
was pretty
Yeah.
much spring Crandon. It's like, I don't know if this is going on, so we're definitely going to have to party. I was like, thank God.
Well, and that's the thing too, is like we've been working on race trucks, like prepping all week to get here, spend all night getting stuff ready for Sunday. And then when you win or whatever, not even win,
Yeah.
you're like, all right, we're gonna
It's
drink for a
over.
while. You're
yeah.
like, oh, thank God. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like in a way you're like relieved that everything's over and
For
you just
sure.
relax.
Yeah,
There's
the
those of us
crew-
that are counting on you to have
Yeah.
a good time.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. You're letting the fans down.
I guarantee you, between over here somewhere, there's going to be someone going, even if we don't win.
Said I ended
Yeah,
up behind the bar at spring Crandon. Like,
Yeah, I think
Exactly.
last fall was fun. We had fun, and
Yeah.
I drank out of the cup a couple times. We spread COVID well.
We called it. We just called it the Crandon flu.
Yeah.
We all got home and we felt like not good. And
Oh,
I'm like,
I was.
what do you
too.
expect? We didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't sleep. We worked like late hours. You know, we drank
Oh,
a lot.
out of the single cup?
Exactly. And
I
I'm
was
like,
just
what-
thinking that. I'm like, oh my goodness.
yeah, but that's just a Tuesday. Come on.
like
the Crandon flu.
we get Monday off.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
be back on Tuesday. We'll be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Labor Day week, you get off, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, Jim. Do we have Labor Day off?
He's got to
Well,
fly.
We'll be headed west. So
What's next for you after this? Obviously, we got Sand Sports in 2 weeks.
Sandsport show, and then the California 300 will be next for us.
Okay.
Not really looking forward to it, but it's next.
Sand Sports or California 300?
Sandsports is great. UTVs in Barstow, not good.
Well, it's not like it's going to be the high line for the shock tuning the entire way. I mean, Barstow is rough, but nobody's ran on it for how many years? I'm pretty excited for that, just because that's kind of like
I guess
my
we'll
old
see.
stomping
Yeah.
ground.
But they're big holes.
Yeah.
I think the shocks are just going to melt off these UTVs.
I'm curious to see the trail because, like I said, nobody's raced on it for so long.
I mean,
They've
could
got
be in a
more
class
and
11.
stuff, but it's like all the guys that are running like more than that. It's not the people showing up for this race. So I feel like last time I raced Barstow, I think was 2001. Like, and I'm dating myself.
I was just
No, I mean, I was just starting out. It was my first win ever came in Barstow, and it was 2001. So I'm like, but it's just wild. Like, it's like I haven't had a reason to go back to Barstow.
Yeah, we go there just because it's close, open desert for us to like test, but it's.
So I
it's
mean,
brutal.
though, is everybody goes to testing because it's brutal, but you get out of that. Like the one thing I will give them is Cal City. I told him he'd never been out to Cal City, so for the race last year, I'm like, it's gonna be miserable. It sucks. It's dry. It's flat. Like everything's just gonna be a 90 left or right. It's gonna be horrible.
Yeah.
And the course that they built for that Cal City race, that was actually a really good race and good terrain for like knowing what's out there. I was surprised on how kind of diverse they had it. So I'm a little more interested just because growing up out there, I'm like, there's the typical stuff that everybody
Yeah.
goes through, and then there's everything else.
Yeah, for
so,
sure.
Oh, is Mario back?
You can't
No,
take
it's
that
Chaz-
guy
it's
anywhere.
Chaz and-
Who's he?
Oh.
What team's he
Zioma.
with?
I don't
Oh.
know.
Yours, Jazz. It still is weird for me to hear him as Hopi because
Yeah.
I just knew him as Jared Zioma my entire life, and so I
It's a
go.
small world. You know Hopi that was with us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like, you
Hopi and
grew
I
up
went to
with
high
them.
school
No
together.
way.
No, Hopi was 2
Yeah.
years older than me in high school.
Yeah.
Literally, we played football together,
That's a
basketball
small
together,
world, isn't
baseball
it? Like-
together, and so I hadn't seen Hopi in like 20 years, and we're back here. and We had a house rented on Lake a couple years ago, and this dude walks up, and we're barbecuing on the thing and drinking beer, and he walks up and he goes, "Jim." I looked at him. He goes, "Do you know who I am?" I'm like, "I know exactly who you are, and I'm asking you why you're here."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Dude," he gives me this big old hug, and he's like, "Oh, I'm helping such and such out. I'm kind of moved back here and everything else." And like, come to find out, he's helping Keegan and everything else. I'm like, "Dude,
That's
this is
wild.
a
He
small."
called him Jimmy. He's like, I know him as Jimmy.
Yeah, and I
call
just call him Zioma.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you're hearing him as Hopi or whatever. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's weird world.
Yeah, he's
that-
that
been
is a
basically
small
living up
world.
here all summer.
my
with
dad
you.
graduated with his dad, like high school in Parker. Like,
That's
it's
crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. Like, I don't know.
That
Small
is
world.
crazy. Yeah.
Speaking of, when we're organizing, it's probably gonna be next spring. Super Chicken Ride. We got to get your super chicken. Britt and I got a super chicken. We got Mark Gomez and his wife with a super chicken. We got to have we've got this plan that we're gonna have this big super chicken ride to the sandbar and have
No, that's not the plan.
That's not. Well, you tell me the plan. But I know RJ's got a super chicken.
I know.
What's
Yeah,
a
I want-
super chicken?
Have you seen that jet ski that like me and Ronnie have that you sit next to each other?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a super chicken.
The
steering
school
wheel
bus.
moves.
the
Yeah.
bus
So you
seat,
don't,
yeah.
you don't move.
yeah.
If you're like, hey, you
Oh.
want to drive? You just slide
Just
over.
slide
you drive.
over.
And then you're like, all right, I'm done driving. you drive. So
Britt and I just bought one, and we actually have one of the engineers at Cowie going through the engine, tuning it, and we got a pipe and everything else. Like it's gonna be, it's
So
wild.
I bought a bunch of plastic for the 3D printer so we can make it all fancy.
Yeah.
But I was like, my ultimate goal with all of this is I want enough of them sitting on the sandbar just so I can take a video and say, look at all these chickens.
Yeah. The price on them has gone
Oh,
skyrocketing.
No.
stupid.
It's crazy.
Because everybody like us, that's why.
Yeah, it just got a fad. And
It's
now
a
everybody
stupid
wants it again,
novelty.
yeah.
It's like the three-wheelers.
Yeah.
We all want one.
two years ago, you could have bought this thing for $600.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no joke.
Nobody wanted one.
And now they're pulling like 5, 6, 7 grand. The
Yeah.
ones have been restored 10, 12.
yeah, it's insane.
Britt and I,
Insane.
ours ran perfect. Like it needs a new seat cover. It needs a wrap, but it ran perfect, and I think we paid $3,500 for it,
Yeah.
which
That's
I
still
thought
too
we
much.
stole it. Yeah, but
That's so too much.
no, it feels like we paid too much. But I know we could
Yeah, you
flip it
can-
and make
yeah,
6 right
sure.
now.
Well, now
Exactly.
I know, but I told him I was like, I want to buy one exactly the way it is. We just got to stay upriver, so when it blows up, we can just float down. And now all of a sudden, it's getting like a motor tune and stuff. Like we got to take
Nobody
this
can
seriously
keep, you can't
now.
keep it stock.
Yeah. No, yeah, ours has a 750 swap in.
Oh,
it.
you got the
Yeah,
750
yeah, we got a
swap.
hot rod. Yeah.
No, see, the whole point is, I was
Yeah.
like, everybody else brings their big power boat to the channel, and you can't find a place to park and everything else. I'm like, I just want to roll up in the super chicken and just be able to just be like, whoop, right between two power boats, park. We got our ice chest. That's it.
In my defense, the first accessory bought for it was the ice chest rack for the back.
True.
Ours is just box stock with a 750.
Yeah.
Like it's still got the
Oh,
original
yeah,
graphics
totally
and
stock.
everything. Yeah. It's a big motor.
I didn't even know they made something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, they only made it for like 3 years.
All right, come on, Keegan. We'll
Let's
find
figure
one
out.
for you.
Next Labor Day, a year from now, RJ and I are bringing our super chickens, and we're just going to raise hell on Crandon Lake here.
We'll go have a tango there and just
Well, they have tandem races
we'll
for
set
it.
Yeah,
up,
they
we'll,
do- they
We'll
have
set up
races.
some buoys.
Yeah, exactly. Switch.
Yeah, so you got to
It's
drive
like
a
the
couple
Class
laps.
11 race.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
actually be rad. So we'll get a bunch like Britt and I. You guys just literally do one lap and you slide the steering
Yeah.
wheel over, and the other person drives the lap and slide it back
Well,
over.
you get to lean like a chariot, right? Too, so you got the weight to throw on it.
Yeah,
I
did you ever see
even
those chariot
found.
races?
I found
those
like
guys on the
a-
Oh, yeah.
motorcycles?
Yeah, yeah.
my
Yeah,
goodness.
Dude, that's
exactly.
wild.
No, that's exactly what the whole point. We even got old school wetsuits.
Yeah, we went
I
and
found,
got
like,
these
some
village
90s
wets. Like,
jetsuits.
yeah,
Yeah, we need a surf and turf race next year, like where you go doubles on the lake, and then you come here and race the Class 11
Yeah.
race.
Ooh.
I'm in. That would be a
Ooh.
blast.
Dude,
Surf
are those
and turf.
the Class 11s are tough, bro.
Dude, I had no idea.
They're tough.
I've never
Oh.
driven one.
Me
and
neither. That's the first time I ever driven one.
Yeah, it was wet.
It's a handful, huh?
Wet.
When
Dude,
then
you're
it does it.
swatting flies and
no power steering. You're like, whoa!
yeah,
That's the fun of it, though. That's the
And
best
you're
part.
just clutching it. Bum, 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 bum. and
Exactly,
going.
like shifting gears. They're like, all right, I don't know, because we didn't. Oh, you got to practice a lap in yours.
I went with
So
them, so
I
I was
didn't
watching
know.
a little bit. Yeah.
So I just came out the gate and like no idea what gear we're going to be in the whole time. So I was just like, all right, run this
trying
one
to
out.
find her.
I don't know that it matters.
We
though.
don't have a
Does it
tag. You don't
really?
even have a tag. Do you have a tag?
No,
I don't have a tag.
nothing.
He's like, just whatever sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
exactly. No.
And then the throttle's like way different, like on ours.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we don't fit, and it's like
Yeah.
a roll, like a ball, like
Yeah.
it's like a rollerblade wheel.
Yeah.
Well, at least in my car.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird, and it's.
And it's
Yeah.
like they're like angled up. I don't
Yeah.
know if the one in your car was angled
I can steer with my knees. I'm like, I hope I don't gotta shift a lot. I'm shifting under my knee.
I
I'm
didn't
like,
expect it to be that fun. Did you?
It was fun. Yeah.
I didn't expect
It'd be way.
it to be that fun.
If the track was good, it'd be real
Yeah.
fun.
But once it dries out, it
Yeah.
was wet.
They doused it. Yeah, I was like, good first time for us.
It's like
Throw
I
us in
heard
these
Carlson smoked 2 cars.
I believe that.
Dude, he wrecked his car and ripped the left fronts off both cars.
man.
I didn't see that.
He's got a
He-
Class.
he must have
Carlson's
been
got a
behind us.
Class
I was right
11.
behind you.
Yeah.
That's
Gotcha.
hard to do in a class
He's
11.
he's got a Class 11.
Oh,
No.
they
You
let us
didn't
ride in it.
Oh no, I knew you guys were doing it. I just
He
didn't
got
know.
in with
Yeah,
them.
Oh,
yeah, yeah. So I guess someone spun out and like he went to like miss him, and they both went the same way and ripped the left fronts off. So
Dude, it's a handful.
yeah. Oh yeah, you're swatting flies. It'd be hard to
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys have started up here, right? Like this is Jim and I's background. This is why we love desert racing so much, is because of the 9s and the 11s and the superstars and the
Yeah, but you're like on a
classics,
short track, Class 11, slippery. Like my guy spun out twice when he was driving
Really?
the first time. Yeah.
We
He's
call
like,
it, we
"Oh,
call it
it's slippery."
pirouetting though. You just do a little pirouette and keep going. It's
They're
fine.
not used to the wet
Yeah.
track out in the desert.
Yeah.
You don't. We don't fight it. We don't
Yeah.
try and fight against it. You just let it spin out and then just keep going.
Yeah.
I don't know how mine's a girl. I'm with
Oh,
a girl,
yeah.
and I don't know how she did because
Yeah.
I wasn't in with her.
Oh yeah,
so.
you weren't. Yeah, I got to watch them. We can talk to each other. Could you guys
yeah,
talk
yeah,
to each
we can
other?
talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was giving them tips, like, because they doused it the first lap. I was like, ride the
Yeah.
dry, ride the dry.
I was trying to tell her that too.
Uh,
She was like,
So how's the swap work in the middle of the race, though?
We're not going to swap middle race. I think it's like they'll race their race, and then we're
Yep.
going to race our race
Yep.
type thing.
like on the front show? It's not like a fast
Yeah.
deal. Like, so say Keegan's guy wins their
I was
half.
hoping like Chinese fire drill.
No.
And then
Like,
I think we'll probably, I'm assuming
They
like,
don't
we'll
even
start
tell you
wherever
what
you
car
finish.
you're
Yeah.
getting in until they
I
swap.
hope-
Driver
yeah.
swap.
I
Number
hope we're not
26.
getting out of there fast because I ain't having
Yeah.
it. I'm crammed in there.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Makes me know
we'd have to get rid of an extra person and then swap.
Yeah.
I'd have to come from the sidelines.
Comes running down the strip. I'm coming.
Come on.
We'll get you a sidecar.
Yeah. It was funny because I told my whole crew, I'm like, I'm in a blue one. And they're like, okay. Then we go out there and they're like, there's 4 blue ones.
As we were talking about, my son was mad because I had an orange one. He's like, I want you to have a blue one.
We can swap if you want. I have a blue
There you
one.
go.
faster than what
we
I
still
thought,
got
though.
a
Me
Chinese
too.
fire drill.
I was like, and they ride better than what I thought too.
100%.
because
But
they
they're so
don't have
hand-
suspension. That's
No,
why.
they actually
They
right.
work pretty good.
I was waiting for a bounce to be
Yeah,
honest.
me too.
Like, ugh.
Did you come out of, like when we left out of the start, did you come out of there hot and hit the first 2 jumps wide
yeah.
open?
Oh, you were flying.
you
the
see
brakes. The brakes are horrible.
Don't work. So I got on the brakes and I swore I sped up and I'm like, okay, so I'm sliding. And I'm like, I got to throttle back up because I'm losing the back
Yeah,
end.
I saw
And I
you.
just jumped it on the left side, which is a little bit bigger, and I just slapped the front end. I'm like,
I
oh
laughed.
my gosh, this is going to be a long
I was
day.
right behind him. I was
Yeah.
like, he's not slowing
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Bad idea.
The
But-
brakes are bad.
Yeah, they don't really do anything.
No,
Oh, they
no.
saw like the old
Yeah.
drum
I'm going
brakes,
back
right?
in the gravel pit. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yep, she ain't stopping.
Yeah,
Just did
yeah.
one of these. Just throw her in.
Yep. They don't really work.
Oh man.
The original Crazy Carts.
Yeah.
Those guys that drive those fast could probably drive a lot of things.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
If you
That's
could
a
drive that
handful.
fast, yeah.
That's a handful.
Yeah. They'd get into like this Pro 2 and they'd be like, "Ooh, this is
Oh,
there's
yeah.
not as much
Yeah,
going on.
yeah, yeah,
Power
yeah.
steering,
Yeah, they're like, oh, this
brakes
is
work."
easy. Yeah. Yep.
That's comical."
That's how any of those classes are. You look at Rob Mack, you got to start in 1600s, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, and he still goes back and just slays it. But I feel like you learn in like the limited class, even like you guys with Pro Light, and then you get into something that's faster with more horsepower and better brakes and suspension. Makes you appreciate everything more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
for
Pro
sure.
Light's like a Cadillac compared to
Yeah. That was gnarly. And you're like in there like
Yeah.
like this. Like
Yeah.
you're like in there.
and there's and then
Tilting your
everybody's
head.
like next to
We're
everybody.
tall, so like I don't know about you, but I'd like tilt my head. It was pretty funny. Only thing I knew about my car, I got in and I'm like, so what do I need to know about it? She's like, you turn these 3 switches up,
Yeah.
and her name's YOLO.
Yo,
Yes.
She's like,
That's
you just
freaking awesome.
Yes.
call her YOLO, and I'm like, all right,
I feel like that's the can't miss race of the weekend.
yeah,
Well, it's
Oh,
funny
gonna
though.
be funny tomorrow.
it's gonna be funny.
Out of, what was it, KOH, when they had the Class
Mhm.
11 race, everybody gathered around at KOH.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
nobody
I
wanted to
hope
miss
they
it.
don't water it like that.
Oh, that's gonna be bad.
That's
gonna
gonna-
be
we're gonna
chaos.
wreck
That's
some.
gonna be
What did they
chaos.
water it like the good old boys race? They
Oh,
flood the
yeah.
track. For
It
that.
was like
it
that.
was slick. Like
Yeah.
you were you were
Uh,
swatting flies.
You
in
could
there.
tell my guy hasn't driven much on slick.
Yeah.
Because he just right across. I'm like, that ain't gonna stick, man. And all the way around.
I didn't get to ride, so I don't know what it
And
was
then
like.
I was like, outside, right? I
Yeah,
don't care.
yeah.
He's like, well, it's heavy. I said,
Yeah.
yeah, you'll be way faster.
yeah,
we
yeah.
started going around cars.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
oh,
funny.
Dude, that's wild. I can't wait for this race now.
Yeah,
That's
it's gonna be
tomorrow
fun.
night, I think.
Tomorrow night, yeah, I think it's
Tomorrow
like
night.
8:30.
During Wet Possum.
Who do you have
No,
winning
we're
it, Tito?
Saturday night, Wet
Oh,
Possum.
sorry, my bad.
Who's winning it? I don't know. No,
Somebody
no,
from
us,
south of
like,
the border?
It's a pro-am race,
fair.
so they race first, and we race next.
Yeah, we finish off.
Actually, I think Tanner's gonna be fast.
I do too.
Tanner was fast
Tanner's faster than anything.
because I think he's raced like
Yeah.
that's
It's got a
probably
Volkswagen patch on his
I
suit.
was gonna say it's
cheating.
pretty similar
Yeah.
probably to his GRC
Yeah.
car. So
Yeah.
Actually, that would make Rallycross interesting if they did it in Volkswagen Class 11s. And I would tell
The gap.
Tanner that. Tanner, you want to make your sport interesting? Race
Yeah.
Class 11s.
but yeah,
That
similar
would
power.
actually be
Yeah.
fun to watch.
Rallycross
Yeah.
and Class 11s. We would buy a Class 11 if that was the case. Yeah. Like,
Even stage rally in a class 11 would be fun.
Wait, I mean, dude, the odds are good for them. So they said their cars are worth about $20,000.
Yeah.
And
I think it won
Sunday,
like 10 grand or something. Yeah.
You want to talk about something that's escalated in value? We talk about super chickens. Literally, like 6-7 years ago, you could buy Class 11 for $5,000,
Yeah.
like race ready.
What do they want now? Like 20?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, one of those was for sale. I saw a for sale sign on the back, $14,000.
Oh,
That's still a deal.
that's a handful for 14
Yeah,
grand.
for sure. Yeah, that's a lot of work.
It's fun though.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'll have
way
a
more
blast.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
That's what I told him. I said it's like fast go karts, but
Yep,
handful.
For sure. It'll be different with the track not wet. With
Yeah,
the track
yeah.
wet was
It was really sketchy.
yeah.
First time out on the track.
Yeah.
it'd be pretty awesome if they get a nice blue groove in or something. Leave
Yeah,
it
yeah.
for the Class 11s.
Yeah,
It'd
they
be
do
kind of-
not need to water,
Yep.
especially for us.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be buying some Class 11.
That's what I said. Sorry, guys, you
Yeah.
can just leave them here.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that your agreement? Like you guys have to pay for damage? Is that
I
that's
think
the way
they, I think they got like a damage clause. Like,
Really?
like,
It was pretty loose program. Like I don't really know
Yeah.
like the agreement really.
They just said, "Hey, you're driving this one." I said,
Yeah.
"All right, I'll show up."
Yeah.
Crandon's bankrolling the whole deal, I
I think
guess.
I think Crandon has like a slush fund for like crash cars, so
Gotcha.
help them pay for stuff. But
Is that just for this, or is that for anything?
no, not for us.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
They
how
don't
many times
care.
have you guys?
They don't
called?
care how big we
Yeah.
crash our truck.
Yeah, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Hey,
Fans
Cliff,
loved
can
it.
I tap into
Yeah.
that slush fund?
Yeah.
buddy?
Fans loved
Well, I'm
it.
thinking, I'm like, I own the yard at that point. Like,
No, there's nothing like that.
You know what I'm most impressed
What
about
time's your
here?
race, Tito? What time's your race? Oh, you
Oh,
all
yeah.
right still? 5
No,
minutes.
we'll-
All right.
No, we'll
Right
tap
back.
out here in a
Right
few.
back.
We'll wrap it up here in a
Yeah.
few minutes. Yeah, Tito's. You're actually racing though, Tito?
He's mentally
correct?
preparing.
Well, I said Tiffany Stone would take it. Yeah, absolutely. You and Tiffany Stone could be.
So is it just?
I'm not
one
racing in this
team,
foot race.
1 and 2. Are you racing, RJ?
No, I'm not in.
Do you want us to win this, or me and RJ to get in? We'll wait till he puts
Oh, we
his
got
headphones
Tito
on.
coming out.
Yeah, no, there's a spot reserved for Team Vision Wheel. Yeah, if you
Do
guys want to jump
yeah,
in,
but do you want
absolutely.
me and
I
me and
if
RJ
you-
to go steal your money?
If you think you can win, it's $503.
I mean, all we got to do is drink beer and run, right?
Yeah, that's-
I think
that's
we're going to be good at
literally
both
it.
those things.
Yeah.
There's a Joker lap in there too.
So what does this entail? Fill us
So,
in.
so kind of the basic concept of it is you're going to start underneath the Red Bull arch. So there's a short leg and a long leg. Short leg, you chug the beer, you run, you tap your partner. They chug. They'll do a long leg where there's going to be beer waiting for you.
Like what's
there.
long leg here?
Like so,
Like the length of the awning, like the length of 4 awnings,
like you're
A
going
lap?
like you're going down to the
all the way to gravel pit.
yeah.
We're
You
doing
had to go up turn 1 and then back
3K.
around. So you got
3K.
dudes running back down. No, it's not too far. It's maybe like 2 awnings deep, maybe.
Yeah.
So like 1 awning deep and then 2 awnings deep, nothing too crazy. And then once you chug that beer, you turn around, you run back to your partner. They chug their second beer, and you got to.
Is it like a flip cup too?
No,
You
just chug it.
like a full beer.
Half cup of beer.
Oh.
So some people
Easy
have to
money.
exist tomorrow. And then you got to go up through the Red Bull Arch. But at some point, you got to go around. There are cones on the outside. At some point, one of you has to go around the cone. It's like a Joker lap.
All right.
You want to run and drink beer,
I mean, you
Cassidy?
want in on this?
I mean, if there's an opening,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you got
Yeah.
an opening for us,
So the reason
What's
why
that?
we had it to like 4 teams is because we were going to buy hurdles. And we weren't sure on how many.
hurdles.
We were going to do hurdles, bro.
You hurdle,
Yeah, we were going to
bro. You ain't getting over no
dude,
hurdle.
okay, we're
I feel
going
like
to
if there was hurdles, we'd
we're
have a
good.
real big advantage.
Yeah.
Tito
We won this
steamrolled.
for
sure.
we were going to do mini hurdles, like 2 feet maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So just as like a joke, so somebody like all you gotta do is just kind of like go over it like the size of a log, basically. And so that's what we are gonna do, but we couldn't get him here in time. So I was like, all right, well, this is gonna be a flat out like.
These guys
foot
have
race.
stuck. This has been the last 3 races. Lena, right? It started at Lena,
Yeah.
Bark River, and then here. They put $500 for each one
Really?
to win.
Yeah, yeah,
Dave Mason
Who's the-
won the last one.
really?
yeah. He won
Believe it
more
or not.
money in the foot race.
Dude
than,
showed up
than-
and he had his running shoes
Really?
on. Yeah, dude. He had compression
Really?
shorts and shorts on.
Oh, he
dude,
plays for keeps.
Dude, he was stretching before he went out there.
Dude, yeah,
He was.
really into it. And like as he's warming up, he's like, oh, I ran track. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my.
He took that pretty serious.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I would pick a guy who runs track.
Is he? Is he
I was
still?
kinda-
Is he in the game? The defending
Yeah,
champ?
yeah. So
I was kind of mad that I had to run like 3 times. I was out of breath.
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah, I don't know.
okay, that was because it rained. It rained at Bark River. so the whole track was slop. So running up the hill, obviously there's a big
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the downhill is like fine.
So
But
did you
it's
see the Bark
uphill.
River one? So Bark River, you had to start at the finish line.
No, I
run
saw
around.
the Alena one. I think
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
see the. Barker
He had to
one.
slam half a beer, flip cup, run all the way up again. But it's bracket racing.
Gotcha. So it
So-
took a while.
It was like 5. There was like, if you won, you had to go 5 times, I think.
Yeah.
And
So,
the last one, they made them chug a whole beer.
yeah.
They were almost dead, Dave and them.
All right,
Dave-
I think I might be out. You might need
no,
a new
this is
partner.
easy.
Yeah, no, so that's why we changed it for this one then, is that they're going to be 4 heats. So whoever wins in the heat goes right to the finals. And then, so you're going to do your 4 heats. 5th race is going to be LCQ. Top 2 in there go to the finals. So, like, if you have to do the LCQ, you're basically running 3 times.
Gotcha.
Whereas, like, the bracket was, I think the mud really made people tired.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, it was thick.
Yeah.
It was, Corey ate shit.
Oh, Corey, come around the corner. He had it on the guy, and he come around the corner, and I'm looking, and he steps in the puddle and slips, boom, and he hits, and I just see water go everywhere, and he's laying
He
there.
just
and
There's
left.
like standing
Yeah.
water.
He just
Yeah.
left. He was so mad.
Yeah, and then the guy behind him I think he's a chubby
He
guy.
was
just-
winning, too.
Yeah.
No way.
He was winning his
Yeah.
race. Yeah.
Chubby guy just takes the berm around, and then just wins the race. So
Oh man.
no,
All right,
it should
well,
be fun, Jim. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bring
Are you
your
in,
whiskey.
RJ? Are you good?
Yeah, I guess I'm in.
All right.
If there's an open,
All right,
we
what
can't
time?
leave it
8
open.
o'clock. Right?
8 o'clock. So
All right. Well, I think we should wrap this up. I don't
Yeah.
know where Britt went. There she is.
I think we only got 3
Go grab
beers
some
left.
dinner.
so-
Oh, we got
What?
5 minutes left on the battery. So,
Oh, we ain't
yeah.
got- yeah.
Yeah.
God, what are you guys doing at Impulse?
better-
You don't have like this
We
super
better
good
not
like
start.
Tesla
We'll start
batteries.
talking for another hour.
Yeah, exactly, right?
He knew how to cut you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
How-
he only
how-
charged it
yeah.
like, oh, it's showing.
I haven't got
this should be about 1 up. Perfect.
I haven't
Yeah.
got the bill yet for this either.
Yeah.
So.
Depends if you win.
Yeah.
You take our money and then it's
Yeah. That's what I'm going to win this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start
we're-
stretching.
I'm going to win my money back.
we're gonna invoice it 503.
Yeah. Yeah, I win it.
Super specific. Yeah,
Cash.
JB15 is paying for the race
yeah,
tonight.
right. Should be.
I'll write you a check.
Yeah.
Check's in the mail.
Yeah,
I will
gonna-
say the
it's gonna
most
bounce.
impressive thing of this whole deal is I've been staring at this nacho machine.
You want some, don't you?
No, I'm looking at this. I'm like, Britt, we need a nacho machine for the house. Like,
We got a hot dog roller too, but it's not out.
I know. Our pit's right here, and my team always is like, dude, Keegan's got nachos.
no, I'm looking at
It
this.
makes
I'm
me
like,
look
Britt and
real-
I need a nacho machine at the house.
It makes
Like,
me look real bad, yeah, because my guys just stare over here and they're like, we got
No,
nacho
Keegan-
machine.
Well, they can come eat some
All
nachos.
right.
All
oh,
right.
dude, that's a team player. He's
that's
loaning
solid.
your guys' nachos. Like, that's an olive branch right there if I've ever seen one.
All right.
So do you go to like Costco and get cheese in bulk?
Actually, right down Eats and Treats.
No way.
He's got the hookup. Yeah,
Eats
we're
and
like, hey, we
Treats?
need.
You
Yeah,
have the
we
bag?
need.
I guess
yeah,
this
we
is
need a bag.
Wisconsin. Like, cheese
Yeah.
should be pretty freaking easy.
Yeah,
to
you get it anywhere. We should. Speaking of the hot dog roller, I'm gonna have to get that out.
Ooh,
Hot dog
Ooh.
roller and a
They got the
nacho
co-
machine.
the condiment
I
aisle and
almost bought
everything.
last year. I almost bought a popcorn machine
Yeah.
too.
What we've learned is if short course doesn't work out, you can own a convenience store,
Yeah,
buddy.
Yeah, he's got a gas
We're
station.
just
Hey, I'm just investing in another business.
We're gonna tell everyone like after race hot dogs.
Yeah.
Keegan's pit.
My pit.
Yeah. A really odd request or odd offer, bro.
Yeah, that's weird.
When Prince offers you pancakes after basketball.
What?
It's from it's from
Yeah.
a skit. Yeah, Jim was around.
Oh Lord! All right, time
All
to
right.
wrap it up because we got a battery gonna die here. But Keegan,
And we got a
RJ,
race to
Tito,
get to.
Yeah, we got a race.
yeah, we got a foot race. But
Yeah.
thank you guys.
It's gonna take me at least 25 minutes to get warmed
I was
up.
gonna say
Yeah.
I got to stretch.
Go eat
Go
some
take
dinner.
a few Advil.
Maybe,
and
maybe a twisted tea for
Yeah.
courage.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to rip.
I'm telling you, the Crandon drink that Brittany figured out last year, twisted tea with peach Crown Royal. Dude, it's like a peach iced tea on ice. Oh my gosh, dude, that is
Are you just a normal twisted tea guy?
Yeah, normal.
yeah, a
Normal.
little
Less
peach
sugar.
Crown Royal in there makes it a peach iced tea, dude.
All right, I'll give it a whirl, maybe.
I'm telling you, RJ, it's you don't have to race tomorrow. You're good.
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
The class
Oh
11.
Yeah.
well,
We got to be in prime
I
shape.
feel no. I feel like you need to drive that.
There's
drunk.
more money on the line for that than
Yeah.
any race, other race.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, that's saying something when Class
That's a tough
11
one.
and the Cup race
Right?
are on the same level. Oh
Oh.
Lord! All right,
All right,
sign it.
boys. Well, we got a big race to
Yeah,
go.
we got
signing
to-
off here
all
from
right,
Crandon with the General Tire Jim Beaver Show with Brittney Cardone.